My name is Rev Dockstater, and today we are going into episode 7 of Neverwinter. Now, this might be my last video. I'm not 100% positive on that yet, but I'm thinking it might be my last video for this series. I will be still doing videos of Neverwinter. However, they'll probably be on my other account with my higher level characters. It'll be more actual gameplay rather than talking about different strategies on how to build up your characters and stuff like that. So if you want to continue watching and watch some actual gameplay, just having fun, keep an eye out for my next videos. My birthday is coming up pretty soon here, and my wife was nice enough to get me an early birthday present. So I am going to be shooting videos of my early birthday present, which is Final Fantasy VII, the remastered version. So I'm going to be starting those as of tomorrow. I don't know when they're going to be getting uploaded. Probably tomorrow, maybe the day after, depending on how long it takes me to edit and everything else. So, but those aren't going to be live streams. They're just going to be regular videos that are going to be going up after being edited. I may do a live stream depending on the response I get, so we'll see. Alright, anyway, today we're going to continue on. We're investigating Linkletter's troubles. So first things first, we're going to stop off at a mailbox. There's one right down here. Yes, I like to take shortcuts as much as possible. Okay, we sold an item. We sold a Descent lockbox for 18 astral diamonds. So we currently have 8,158 astral diamonds. Nice. We're doing pretty good, actually. Alright. So let's go ahead and investigate Linkletter's troubles.
What am I going to do? It's my wife, Dorothea. She was spell-scarred last winter. We've been hiding it so she wouldn't be sent to Helmshold, but she's been getting worse. I called on help from the wizard Rizard. He's helped her before. His medicine will change Dorothea back, but only if she's been subdued. And I cannot strike my own wife. She's in a frenzy and has locked herself upstairs. Please, can you help me?
Sure, I can help you.
We came through the cataclysm, but this...
Perhaps you can help. I've given Dorothea some medication that will return her to her human form, but it will only work if she's calm, or at least has been subdued. Unfortunately, Joseph could never raise a hand against his dear wife, and in her current state, I fear subduing her might prove difficult, even for one of your skill.
I can't believe this is happening.
What's happening to me? Oh, what have I become? Help me.
Dorothea,
Please help me.
I was so worried. Rizard tells me she could change again at any time. He also said he can help her if we can get her to this hidden hospice in the ruins of the Tower of Solace. As part of Sergeant Knox's squad, I enforce the Protector's law and exile the spell-scarred to the sanatorium at Helmshold. The wheel turns, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Alright, let's talk to Rizard.
Dorothea's condition is worse than I thought. The Protector's cruel law would exile her to Helmshold. But if we can get her to my hidden hospice in the Tower of Solace, I can treat her. Unfortunately, we cannot move her in the open in this state. but I know of hidden paths through the sewers that lead most of the way. True, the dead rats sometimes move through those sewers, but there's no time to wait lest Dorothea be discovered. You'll have to be her guardian. I'll give you some of my elixir. Should Dorothea become afraid, give her a dose before she begins to transform. If she changes fully, I fear you'll have to subdue her once more. It's best that Joseph does not see his beloved wife in such a state. I'll have him wait for you on the other side.
Alright, I'll get her there safely.
Dorothea, I was so worried.
So now, Dorothea doesn't follow us though. We just go straight through to the next cellar, so. This is going to be a little bit trickier. If you can, it would be good to have somebody come with you in this one. Preferably a much higher level person. They can go ahead of you, kill everything, and then you don't have to worry about Dorothea so much. And if you stay back with Dorothea just in case she does start freaking out, you can give her the elixir and calm her down right away. That's usually the best strategy to go by. Now again, I like to take shortcuts as much as possible. A lot of people will take the stairs and go around that way. But if you jump down here, you'll end up in the same place without taking an extra little curve. Because the sewers are right here. Unfortunately, my wife is involved with another game. Well, she's still playing Neverwinter, but she's involved in doing a campaign right now, so another mission on her own, so she's not going to be joining us tonight, most likely.
But I do want to be able to see my family again.
Now with this, you want to get ahead of her as much as possible so you can kill these things without having her there, if possible. Because fighting these things is what freaks her out. So you want to try to do it without her near, if at all possible. Because we don't want her freaking out too much. And we managed to kill him before she even got in range of him, so that's good. Let's keep up. Okay. This is a tough spot because they're right on the other side of this gate here. So we gotta kill fast. Unfortunately, I didn't get them all, but let's see if we can get them fast enough. Yes, she didn't notice them. Good. Let's move on. Now, the other nice thing about having somebody else with you is you can get all the extra stuff. You can't necessarily do that with her right on your tail, so you gotta move fast. If you're by yourself. Because this has to be done before she gets to you. This is the part where she almost always freaks out, so be careful here. Be ready to cast your heavy attacks right away. It's the only way you're going to get through this. See, she's already started. Give her some elixir while this is going on. And we gotta give her it again. But we kept her from transforming all the way, so that's good. That is the hardest part in this mission, Because now it's pretty easy from here. There's nothing else you have to worry about. With a higher level person, they could have walked right through that and you would have had a problem.
Should we kill you in front of your little wife, Joseph?
Here, she's going to turn anyway. You don't have any choice anymore. You can't stop her. Because she's not afraid. Well, she is afraid, but she's also angry. As any wife would be, so. Sorry about that. Try and get these guys before they get too far here. Right, she's got him. Sorry, dudes, I tried to save you from her, but no go.
Those bandits picked the wrong time to get their revenge. Thank you for dealing with them, but there are more up ahead, and I don't think we'll be able to move Dorothea. The tower is nearby. We must get Rizard and bring him back swiftly. It's Dorothea's only chance.
That's alright then. Let's go do it.
You lose.
I heard fighting below and feared the worst. I only hope poor Dorothea is undamaged. Let us go to her at once.
Now my question is, why are there bandits outside his secret hostage? There are a number of things that question his legitimacy here.
There we go.
Like saying hoping she's undamaged.
I'm sorry this happened, but at least these brigands will no longer disturb my work. Thank you for bringing Dorothea to me. I already have a room prepared for her where we will make her as comfortable as possible. Now, if you will excuse me, I really must get Dorothea to the tower so we can begin her treatment.
Uh-huh.
Come.
That pause in that gives me concern too. Now, again, always increase whenever you can. Now, the thing about this is, like I said before, you want to check everywhere. Now, we weren't able to do a whole lot of checking there because we had a job to do. We had to get going quickly. So, we're going to do some checking around this time. There is a chest up here that we can get to. If we look around, there's also some stuff to fight somewhere in here. Right here. There's a spider, and then there's a chest right here. Get us some quartz and some gold. So always check around. As quartz and gold are useful. A lot of people miss this because they don't bother checking around. I've gone through this area fairly well, and there's nothing else really here that I've been able to find so far, so. Back to Protector's Enclave. Okay, now if we don't get what I'm looking for this time, I'm going to go through and talk about it anyway, because this is pretty much the last one. And I don't remember how much I talked about enchantments and stuff, but we'll talk about those a little bit more. I'm level 19, so I might get what I'm looking for. So I think it's at level 20 that you get it. Now, one of the things you are going to want to do is, if you notice as we've been going through,
Protectors on
that's alright. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're going to get this. We're not going to worry about the workshop, but the workshop is something pretty useful for getting astral diamonds and stuff like that, but it takes a lot. It's like a secondary game, and it can take quite a bit of time.
I want to know more about that.
Wizard's Found is going to be our next one. But, like I was saying, if you see these little flyers that are popping up all over the place, like I said, look for the shinies. The little flyers actually give you, well, start Acquisitions Incorporated, which you will want to do because Acquisitions Incorporated will give you a rank 14 enchantment, which is one of the highest ranked enchantments you could possibly get. You can get to rank 15. So you're going to want to definitely get that. So let's send him on training. Get him out of here. We'll summon our healer with us for now. And then we're going to go through our character sheets. Now, every 10 levels, you're going to be going through and increasing your stats. See, 10, 20, 30, and 40, and so on and so forth. Now, like I said, we want strength and con for her, so we're going to go through those. There are some people who will argue that you don't want Constitution because it doesn't help as much. I found that it tends to be very useful, so it's all on your gameplay though, how you want to do it. Okay, so now that we've got that, we're going to go talk to forming the guild. Now this is something that is extremely helpful for us. We want to have a guild. So we're going to come up here. Again, it's real simple. For the most part, just follow your line. Your line tells you exactly where to go. However, sometimes I think this line was drawn by a drunk person. So I'll come up here, get XP for that, talk to him. Now, we're not part of a guild at this point. So you can learn about guilds here. Learn about how to create a guild, learn how to register a guild. Now you need 5 people to register to create a guild, and we could create a new guild, although I don't see any reason to create a guild. The other thing you can do is press the options key, go up here, and go to find a guild. Okay. Now there are a number of guilds that you can choose from, everywhere ranking from level 1 on up through level 20 is the max rank, and they have all the boons and everything else you need. Now over here in the end, you see this, there's this little icon of a purple person up there. If there's a number by them, it means that there's somebody there that you can message to try to see if you can join their guilds. So we could join any one of these guilds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check and see if there's anybody on in Golden Dragons, which is the guild from my main account. Okay, so sometimes you have to check a couple of different times because it doesn't always bring up the guilds right away. Golden Dragon Alliance, which is not the guild we want. So we'll change the languages to English, search again. Now this one is, okay, Golden Dragon, rank 4, the fun laid back guild. This is our guild. So what you do is you select it, and now you can see we have Dritz the Warden is currently on. So let's private message her. Now, see, it brings up a private message here. We're going to enter into that. We're going to ask her to join the guild. Now, let's see if she responds. I try to get my officers and anybody else who's in my guild who has the capability to recruit people to pay attention to their chat, because somebody may do like I did here and request to join the guild. It'll show up in their chat. Unfortunately, she doesn't seem to be responding. So let's try it again. Once you put in your message the first time, you don't really have to do it again. You can just keep doing that. Send it out again. Let's see if she responds. Now, she may not necessarily respond directly, so to speak. She may respond just by sending a guild invite. But unfortunately, it looks like she's not responding at this time. So I don't know if she's actually playing the game, or if she's involved in something at the moment, or if she's sitting outside the game talking to somebody. Either way. Okay, so what we're going to want to do is, once we get into a guild, however, I can still show you this anyway. Once you get into a guild, what you're going to want to do is there are a number of things that you can do in a guild. But, oh, see, you just got the invite, so now we're part of the guild. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is, once you get into a guild, you'll want to come over here, talk to this guy. Okay, this guy gives you a mission to go to the stronghold. So now that we have that, we're going to go.
That your guild has been chosen to help him build up the stronghold to something magnificent and to.
See, now she's talking to us in guild chat, so we can do that. Go in the guild chat.
I suggest you leave as soon as you can.
And now we'll continue on through here. We'll go check out the stronghold. Now, because you got the mission, you go directly to the stronghold. The stronghold always takes a little while to get into, but once you're in there, there's a lot of things you can do. However, it's also, if you get into like a queue or you log out or something like that, you get kicked out of the stronghold until the last map that you were in, which in this case is Protector's Enclave. So keep that in mind. You're not going to always start back in the stronghold. You might sometimes, but for the most part, you're not going to start back in the stronghold. You're going to start in the last map you were in. You can use that to your advantage, though, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But once you're in here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to talk to this guy here, the steward.
We have things to do. Welcome to the stronghold.
Now you got some XP for that. Meet the team. So now we go and talk to these guys here. But one of the other things we want to talk about here is the boons. This is something that when your strongholds, when your guilds are high enough, you can get stronghold boons, guild boons, and they'll help your characters in many different ways. So right now you can see, your boons tab on your character sheet. And you can have one boon active at a time in each category, and there's multiple categories that you can get into. The boons will become available when the guild has corresponding structure built for them, so we'll go over that in a minute. But right now, there are a lot of things that can be done. So we come here, talk to him, talk to her.
Have you seen this place? There is so much to build and so little time.
She's going to give you various different quests to do around the stronghold. When you're lower level, like I am right now, you're not going to be getting into a main character. Oh, look, she's asking if you need help. See, that's one of the good things about being in a guild. You can get help when you need it. But, okay, we're going to be here. We're going to talk to the builder. When you talk to the builder's going to give you a different quest to do. When you're lower level, it's going to be one of two quests. You're either going to be going to recruit workers for the guild, or you're going to be recruiting guards for the guild. Both of those are done in Protector Stronghold, and they're pretty easy. You get some guilds, some stuff that you're going to be using for your guild for them. Let's see if we can. Okay, we're not going to be able to find it right now, but you'll get some stuff that you can add to the guild to make the guild stronger. Plus, you get guild marks, so you can buy stuff with, things like that, and some extra XP. Master the coin here. You get all kinds of stuff here. Now, we just got a party invitation, but we're in a party already, so I'm not going to do that. If she wants to join my party, she can. Okay, so we're going through. After you talk to the Master of the Coin is going to give you missions running around and going to different areas to do quests. And even when you're in a higher level, they're going to be doing those same things. The Ranger is going to be giving you quests also strictly in the stronghold here, mainly. So things like killing a certain number of monsters or doing certain events. So you'll want to be looking for those. And then the cleric here.
Good day, adventurer. That would be me. Who is asking? Oh, you're the adventurer. Yes, I know the introduction drill. I'm your local cleric. I deal with the larger issues that people bring to the stronghold. Defeat dragons, stop liches, your normal larger-than-life tasks. And by deal with, I mean I deliver the tasks to someone like you, who promptly goes forth to deal with it. Good to meet you.
Okay, so the missions he's going to give you are basically to do your queues, dungeon delves, things like that, to help you get various different things you need for the guild as well. Now that you've done all those, you meet those people, come back here, talk to him.
I hope this... Adventurer, we've been getting many requests.
Stuart, adventurer, I saw something quite disturbing in the hills. There was a woman telling a cat that someone in the stronghold would soon be hers. Or was it a man with a bear? Wait, maybe a man and a hamster.
Get back to work, Ranger. Next time, for helm's sake, write down what you see.
Okay, now I've been playing this for quite some time, and honestly I haven't come across what that means yet, but I'm sure there's something that's going to come up later on when you do the actual guild stuff, so we'll see. So in here we come in and talk to the builder, and now see in this case we got worker recruitment. Tomorrow we can do guard recruitment, and you'll get heroic shards of power, which is things your guilds need to be able to advance, along with XP for yourself and some gold. So you want to increase your levels. This is one of the better ways to do it. You come here, and you get doing the rounds, which gives you completing quests in level appropriate zones. And again, you get various different rewards for that. You get, for these ones, I believe it's another, well, here, let's take a look. Okay, for this one, you'll get doing the rounds. You get adventure shards of power, which again is something you're going to need. And you come in here, talk to him, and you get killing monsters, but right now he's not going to give us anything. And we'll come over here, talk to him.
Oh, hi, adventurer.
And we get two of them to get. Stronghold Dungeon Delves, which gives us 4 Dungeoneer shards.
There are
And then Doing Your Part, which gives us 15 Doing Your shards. Now, what these are is, these are queues. So you want to get your queues, and then you can get these things here. So now that we've got this, we return to the steward so that we can get our reward for doing these.
Have a good time.
And then for the Lover Stronghold, this we're going to be able to accomplish once we get everything taken care of. Or we can ride our super fast mount and get over here. Now we do have, I think, we have something we can donate already. So we'll come over here, we'll talk to the coffer, and here we can go to Golden Wormlings. You know, you can see all the guilds that are part of the alliance that are aligned with the guild. Now ours is Golden Dragon, so this is we're the Helm Guild. And then we have Golden Wormlings, Empire, and every one of these guilds will have targets of things that they want to get accomplished. So we can help them by donating to them as well, not just our own guild. So let's see if we can donate something simple here. We don't have much, so let's see if we can donate some gold. Okay. Now we have 50 gold pieces, looks like, so let's donate 10. Okay, contribute. We've now added to the stronghold, and you notice when I did that, I also got something in return. Something right here. We got something called guild marks. Right there, guild marks. We got 20 guild marks. Now you can get a maximum of 30 guild marks. The guild marks you can use to buy stuff from the guild stores. So this is something else that can help quite a bit. So we've got the stores here, which we can't really buy much of anything in right now, but we can get some decent stuff there once we get the stores leveled up, which is what they're currently working on for this guild. For here, we can get food, and we get a free piece of food from this. So now we come up here. We come up here. Talk to him. And we get free food. Now that food is actually really useful, because what this food does... Okay, get out of there. Okay, what the food does is the food has different benefits to it. This one will give us additional 1,400 maximum hit points and 5% additional movement for 1,800 seconds, which is quite a bit of time actually. Let me open my chest here, see what I get. I got simmering lockboxes, Neverwinter incentives, and a bear. Woohoo! I got a bear.
Open the boxes are available in the Zen store.
What we're going to do is we're going to go through, we're going to get rid of this because we don't really want to use that right now. That you can use with Zen and stuff like that. But we'll go ahead and equip this bear. Let me get this back to the bear. We're going to equip the bear. And now we'll go to mounts, change mount. We're going to change this to the grizzly bear. And guess what? We now have a bear from out. Wahaha. Okay. Anyway. We're going to come back out of here. Return to the steward because we've gone through and did all that. We went through, talked to, added something, so we get more XP from there. And now we go back to Protector's Enclave. Okay. While we're here, we're going to talk about the boons. Okay, so like I said, you can go into the guild stronghold. In here you can get boons from campaigns that you get through going through missions, and you'll get those later on in levels. They can be very useful, such as recruits training, which gives you power, critical strike, critical avoidance, and see, you can set this all up however you want to set it up. Now, getting the guild stronghold, you can get one boon from each area. So in this case, we have boons from offense, which this guild doesn't have any yet, but they are working towards it. So we have power boons, group stats, critical severity, and so on and so forth. And then we have defense boons, which can increase your incoming healing, and so on and so forth, which you're going to need, which you're going to want if you're a tank. So you want to set these up according to whatever your particular class is. And then your utility, treasure hunter, which increases your gold bonuses, your XP bonuses, things like that. XP bonuses are really good, so if you get into a guild that has an XP bonus, you're going to be increasing your XP accordingly and possibly get levels faster. Well, you will be getting levels faster. And then if you like PvP, you can get PvP boons here too. So you want to according to your classes. Okay, party chat has been. Let me go ahead and send. Well, I don't know if she's in chat. I'm just going to leave it as is. If she wants to join my chat, she can. I'm sure she can see it. Okay. Again, we have various different things for the mounts, and we're going to go back to Protector's Enclave, where we're going to continue the next part of this quest. But in the meantime, one thing I wanted to talk about, okay, is the enchantments. Okay, so as I said, we get various different enchantments. Like in this case, we have a defense enchantment. So again, you want Azura enchantments in your defense slots as much as possible because they increase your defense. Now, however, they're not the only things you get. Again, why is she sending me an invitation to a party? I have a party set up. But anyway, alright. You can refine your enchantment, you can increase your enchantment. So in this case, we're going to go in here. We're going to remove intact. Okay. Confirm. Now, see, we have Radiant enchantments and an Azura enchantment rank 11, which is really nice. Not even sure where I got the rank 11 Azura enchantment, but anyway. Okay, so if we were to put the Radiant enchantment in our defense slot, we get 9,000 additional hit points, which is awesome. In our offense slot, that's where we really want it, however, to give us power, 2,400 power. In the utility slot, it gives us a gold bonus, which is really nice too. But like I said, utilities, this one, the Azura gives us defense and XP bonus, so we're going to definitely want that. In your utility slots, you're going to want dark enchantments for the most part, because they give you companion influence. Now, what companion influence does is it allows your companion stats, which as you can see here, health, defense, critical strike, accuracy, power, all the rest of that stuff. It's going to give those. It's going to give a portion of those to you, so you get a bonus on everything, which is awesome. The other thing you want for your companions, you're going to want bonding stones and companion gear to make them stronger. It's going to add stats to you as well. And then their companion gear also has slots that you can add enchantments to, such as empowered rune stones and so on and so forth, to help increase stats even further. And then you have your companion bonuses, which in this case I get a power bonus and awareness from my minstrel. So these are the kind of things you're going to want to look for. These things are all things that increase your character's stats and help you to personalize them to your particular play style. So you're going to want to look for those that work the best for you and how you play. Now, remember we got those boxes before, so we're going to go to the Zen Market. Now, the Zen Market, normally you're buying things with cash, with real money, or by trading in Astral Diamonds to the Zen Market to get Zen. So you come down here, get keys, and then you see we got shimmering keys for free, so we can claim those right away. This is going through the exact same process you would when you got Zen to purchase an item. And now that we've got that, we go through and we go to our boxes. Okay, our shimmering lock boxes. We use the keys we just got to open them up. And we got tournament trade stars, we got barbed insignia dominance, we got a marble stallion. So we got some more stuff here. Okay, and let's re-equip that bag. We got a white pearl, which is going to give us a bit more refinement points than what we've been getting. We got a stone of health, which is excellent. We got another mount, so we'll equip him right away because we can't do anything else with him. And we got a barbed insignia of dominance, which is an awesome insignia. They're worth quite a bit and they work really well. So we're going to go through this, and we got tournament trade fragments. Now you'll get those when you open up the keys. These boxes here with actual keys, you'll get them quite out. You'll get the full bars, which are worth quite a, which will help you out quite a bit. Let's use our XP bonus again. But for now, we got the fragments. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this. We're going to go to the tournament trade bar merchant.
Hail, adventurer!
Go down to trade bar fragments on the bottom. And now we can pick up some of these things. Okay, so remember how I was talking about different enchantments that you're going to need. So we got a dark enchantment, silver enchantment, which increases your deflection, accuracy, or glory bonus. So if you're going to be PvPing, you'll probably want that to get extra glory. And then dark enchantments gives you armor penetration if you put it in your offense slot, which is good for melee mainly. Critical avoidance, so if somebody gets a critical hit on you, you can decrease the amount of damage you take from it. And then your companion influence in your utility slot, which is what I suggest you do with it. For most classes, that's going to be most beneficial. And then your radiant is going to give you bonuses there. But for right now, we're going to go with a bonding moonstone rank 3 because we don't have anything else to get for it. We don't have any equipment, so we don't really need these. And besides, we don't really want these. What we want is empowered runestones, which will give you power. So we'll pick that up. Okay, now that we've got that taken care of, we go in here and we go over to our character companions again. We go to equipment, bonding runestone, and we equip the bonding runestone. Now that gives us 10% of our companion stats for ourselves, so that gives us an additional bonus on our companion stats that we receive, which makes us even that much stronger. We also got something for our mounts, so we'll go into the mounts. We'll go to stable. Now what we got was a barbed insignia, so we want to use that. So we'll put that in here. And we got one of dominance, so that increases our power by 140% and gives us 15% or 0.15% companion influence. So that helps a lot too. Okay, and now that we've got all that taken care of, she did say she had something for us, but for some reason she's not joining my chat. Let me see if I can. Sorry, I know you can't see this, and I'm sorry that we have to do it this way, but let's see if we can find her. Okay, she's got her own party. That's why she keeps sending me. Okay, I'm going to leave my party and I'm going to join her party, although I don't know why I should do that. Oh, her party's no longer even existing. What the heck's going on here? That's because I just left my party to join your party, but your party doesn't exist. Okay, so anyway, so she did end up joining us. Unfortunately, because of some goof up in the thing. It don't matter now because we're almost done here. So, okay. Oh, I'm pretty sure they can. All right. So now that we're going through all of this, like I said, we're going to go through. I'm going to show you one of the quests this time to give you an idea of how to run the quests for the guild. Even if you're a low-level guild, even if you're a low-level character, you can help out your guild by quite a bit by doing these every day. And it helps you out because it gives you extra XP and extra gold and stuff like that you're going to need. So you definitely want to make sure you do these every day. The way I normally do it is I normally do them first. I come in, do my guild stuff, and then I run everything else that I'm supposed to run so that I get the extra bonuses and stuff right out of the way right away. And it helps the guild grow. And by helping the guild as much as you can, even by doing stuff like this, it is how you're going to get up higher ranks in guilds, and you can get extra bonuses, extra benefits from the guild itself by doing that. So now we gotta go to Driftwood Tavern and recruit some workers. So Driftwood Tavern is right here. Normally, again, you're gonna have a line to get here, but if you don't, Driftwood Tavern's right there, right in the first door. Workers are going to be the ones with the diamonds over their heads. You'll go through and recruit as many. You recruit those. You have to recruit 5 of them. Now we got lucky and we had most of them here. There's different areas in here you can go to. Like back here, there's usually 1 or 2. You can go downstairs, but I was almost never anybody downstairs to recruit. I liken this to being the underhanded stuff that people are doing. You know, the little back alley deals and whatnot. Just a little RP on my side. But what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna go upstairs, and upstairs there's 2 areas, 3 areas technically. There's the area over here where there's quite often somebody, and then there's an area over here where there's quite often somebody, like there is in this case. And then you can walk over here, but there's really nothing over there, so no point in it. Now that we've got our recruiters recruited, we leave here. I know this is taking a little while. The reason why I'm going to end this series here is because of the fact that at this point, all the major stuff you're going to need to set up your character, you have. I've explained how to go through, do your quest. I've explained how to find characters on the maps. I've explained how to personalize your character's look. I've explained how to utilize the marketplace and how to utilize the chat system. And we've gone through, learned about the enchantments, and we've learned now about the guilds and the boons that we can get from campaigns and from the guilds themselves. So pretty much everything you're going to need to set your character up for success, you now know. So I don't really have a reason to continue this series on anymore. I am going to be continuing this. I'm going to be continuing playing Neverwinter, and I am going to be shooting more videos of Neverwinter. I will be doing some live streams of it because they are kind of fun to do. However, a lot of them are going to be actual videos now, not so much live streams anymore. And they're going to be on my other channel where you're going to be seeing my higher level characters go through. And if we get into some areas and some things that I haven't explained yet, I'll discuss them at that point. But for the most part, you know everything you need to know. With the information you have now, you could pretty well set up any character for any class and succeed at it. So now we go back to the stronghold. We're going to go in here. We're going to talk to the builder. And you're going to do the same thing for every single one that you got. So you'll go through, talk to them, and get all those things. And the nice thing about this is, now that you got those, like I said, it's going to help you, because like you just saw, I got another level, so you get XP a lot faster by doing the guild quests as well. And now that you've got that, you can bring those items up here. Go to the Mimic again. And you can donate. See, now we got some heroic shards of enchantment. Now, our guild is not the only one that needs it. I believe TARDIS does too, actually, even though their target doesn't show it. But since we only have 2, it's kind of just a silly little amount, but still, it does help. And you'll notice as you do it, you see on here, you'll see the coffer gains 2, and your gain is 20. So you gain an additional 20 guild marks for that. Now the last thing I'm going to show you is these guild marks. One of the best things to do with these guild marks is to come over. Let's write our cool bear. Come over here, talk to the generalist, and now you can buy injury potions, healing potion, injury kits, healing potions. You can even trade in for gold bars, portable altars, which if you don't have VIP, these are very useful to be able to pray wherever you're at. Injury kits are almost essential because you're going to run into traps and you're going to need them to get rid of the injuries. Yep. And then you have your kits that you can get. So you can get an injury kit here. You get your arcane. So if you want to pick up these things from other classes that you're not, for example, we wouldn't want to get the dungeoneering kit because we have that skill automatically. So these kits, these are the automatic. These are the skills for Arcana, Nature, Thievery, and Religion. So you can utilize those ones as well. You can get various different scrolls here when these are higher level. Right now you can get Teleport Scroll to Protector's Enclave, which is an awesome little thing to use. However, this one does cost Astral Diamonds. 4,000 Astral Diamonds to be exact. So if you are, like, say, for example, if you finish out a quest, you don't have VIP, you don't want to run all the way back to the gate to get back, you can use the Teleport Scroll from wherever you are and you'll end up back in Protector's Enclave. But what you're really going to be looking for is these. You can get chairs and tavern dining tables, simple feasts with your guild marks. The chairs, the guild, this particular guild doesn't need the simple tavern chairs anymore. We've got all of them already. We've got a better tables than the tavern dining table. But the nice thing about this is, when you buy these, you can turn on and you can sell them in the astral market for approximately anywhere from 3 to 15,000 astral diamonds per chair, and anywhere from 70 to 150,000 astral diamonds for the table. So you want to keep track of those and make sure you pick up a bunch of those. Now, as she said, you can sell, so you can go over here to sell, and I do have a lot of stuff that I want to sell because I'm not going to be using them, such as the Squire's gloves, the boots that are too low level for me. I'm not going to be using the Mark of Potency because I'm not going to be upgrading anything from that low level. the longsword, which is the same longsword as what I already have, basically. So I don't want to use that. I don't need the Explorer Journal, that's just treasure. Treasures you can sell outright, and you get quite a bit of those. Squire's helmet. Now these chests, these lock boxes, you want to be able to use eventually if you have VIP. However, since we don't have VIP, we're not going to worry about that. But one of the nice things too about being in a guild, in this particular guild anyway, is one, the guild members are very helpful. The guild leaders and some of the other members, they're willing to help you level up. They're willing to help you go through areas if you're having problems with the areas. In here you do have two different banks. This is your personal bank. This is a shared bank account, which is shared between your characters in your account. So you can put various different things in here and trade them between your characters. And then you also have a guild bank. Now some guilds don't have this, some guilds do. And we have a couple of different things in here that I hadn't seen before, so we'll have to take a look at those later on and see what exactly they are. But in here there's going to be all kinds of different things, whatever the guild decides to, members of the guild decide to put in here. This is accessible to pretty much anybody depending on what the guild's permissions are. And you see we have all kinds of different insignias, so if you needed insignias to help your mounts out, we currently have them. Not every guild does, but we do. Greater Imperial Dragon Cloak, nice. So somebody did put an artifact in here that can be used at rank level 70. If your character is level 70, you can use it, and it helps. It's an upgradable neck piece, I believe. A Sealed Wisp for hunters. Incantation. So there's all kinds of different things that you'll be getting. There's different repositories, different boxes that you can get into. And again, there's all kinds of different stuff that you're going to be wanting or needing that you can get through here, which is extremely useful. So this is one of the benefits of being in a guild. You get extra XP from being in a guild just for doing the quests. You get access to these things, so you get more storage space. You can share stuff with other people, and it's just overall very useful. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, if you start finding areas where you're having problems, where you're getting trapped by something, you're unable to get through a particular level, guilds are very helpful for that, because a lot of them are going to help you get through the stuff. Alliances, if you have larger alliances, they'll help you as well. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave this final episode here for the walkthrough for the character build. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to watch my previous videos and videos that I have coming up. Hit the little bell icon so you make sure you get notified of those as I come up. And I hope you have a great day. Be entertained. Bye-bye.